Hey, Inuki here. If you'd like more co-games, show your support on Twitch or join the Discord. Now Jenkins, introduce the commanders, please.
Why, of course, my dear. Let's meet our chaps for match 5. Lighting up the scene in royal blue, we have the audacious SKENG leading the US forces, a man of rank 72 with a spiffing record of commandeering enemy tractors to block crucial supply routes. Alongside him, glowing with the mystique of teal, we have our very own Maxiboi from the British forces.
Yeah, Maxiboi.
His rank may be top secret, but it's no hush-hush that he once made a daring escape from an enemy base aboard a stolen bicycle built for two, while the enemy scratched their heads in disbelief. However, cheek and charm aside, now onto the thorns in our side. Cast in a deep shade of purple, not unlike a ripe blackberry, we have Pipiku from the Africa Corps, with a smooth rank of 116. This slippery character is known to have tampered with our tank engines, leaving us helplessly stalled in the middle of a desert blitz. Lastly, donning a fiery red, we've got the Africa Corps JumpyWizard, mysteriously ranked as apprentice, once engineered an uproarious incident where our socks went missing, causing a riotous panic in the barracks. Promises to be an absolute cracker on day 101 with these chaps involved. Can't wait, I tell ya.
Ranked apprentice. That's what I expect from a JumpyWizard. We already have the Italian Coastal Battle Group out as well. Now, I've seen and heard, and actually I've not seen, I have just heard, over on the Reddit that a lot of people have problem with the Italian Coastal, just like locking down areas, sticking bunkers down. So let's see what they can actually offer today in a 2v2 space, day 101, which is quite a very wide open map in the center. Big choke point over on the bottom victory point. I'm going to call it the bottom victory point. It is the southern victory point. I don't know if I want to call this a waterfall, but it kind of isn't. And then on the top side, we have this very urbanous environment, which I don't think is... It's tricky to navigate, we'll put it that way, but I can definitely see some bunkers being thrown up here and causing problems. We do have that MG42 out. Checking out its arc fire. It just needs some vision. And guess what? SKENG is not going to give it them. SKENG is not going to allow themselves to be seen, because I think they maybe saw that. We do have a scout squad here. Rifle squad coming up on the flank. And that's when it is go time for Alpha and Bravo teams. Great moving there from SKENG. It's such a specific thing. MG42 gets inside the building. Coastals just kind of wondering what to do. They take cover behind what very little cover there is in the middle of this plaza. They're going to find a haven inside a building. MG42 can't be of any assistance back there. But they don't need to be either. SKENG is forced back. Very nice trade of micro blows there. Quite liked seeing it. Definitely a game of intelligence. A lot of thought behind the actions of both commanders. It's good to see this early on, because it means we're going to be in for a treat later on, I think. All about the mind games. Motorcycle just working on this left-hand side. They find sappers. The sappers not too interested at the moment. Oh god. Oh god. The motorcycle has had a taste for blood. No, it wants to get out of there. Yeah.
A munitions point is being taken from us.
It's a good call. Infantry sections now moving up.
Starting requisition of light support elements.
They're not interested in capturing the +10. We don't want the fuel. We want Felsher Pioneers. Not Felsher Pioneers. Panzer Pioneers. Taking cover behind the wall versus taking cover behind a tractor. Gotta be careful. That tractor might be used to blockade enemy supplies, as we have heard. Medical half-track driving up the rail lines as well.
Superior support weapons are available.
Wow, they are really getting in very close. There we go. Just going to ignore that squad. Let's pretend that they never existed in the first place. Small mistake. Now, we do have 2 unranked players in this one, weirdly. Although it was flagged as like a top 200 game. So who knows what that means.
A victory point is being taken from us.
For sure, though, we have 2 top 100 players against each other on either side.
Italian Guastatori
Maybe they're
have been
playing with their
transferred to
friends. Maybe they're playing with fire.
us. Victory point lost.
Co is enjoyable for all ranks, though. Allies pushing across the bridge. Seems like JumpyWizard isn't really holding ground at the moment.
We have vehicles available in reserve.
A squad of 6 with absolutely no health on them. We do have a bunker here. Coastals love bunkers. They do, they do, they do. Ooh. It's time for some Keenan and Kel. Artillery officer out here as well. They're going to be fantastic on the choke points. They did receive a nerf.
Proximity alarm.
What nerf they received,
We have
I do not know.
available in reserve, Commandant.
We're just going to walk through that building. The MG42 providing supportive fire from a window. Allies have the plaza. Oh, where are you going, artillery officer? You're not a frontline infantry unit. Or maybe they are. And they're going to get inside the building. Fair enough. They can hide in there for the time being.
Territory lost.
It's just a lot of building repositioning over on this side at the moment.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Flamethrowers are going to deter anyone from hiding inside of a building. Good call, JumpyWizard. 1 rifleman squad has been evicted from the area. Coastals moving round the street. Most of them taking the pavement because they are not a car. Use the sidewalk. Etiquette. Now, where's that MG? Is that going to be repositioning?
All victory points
It's
are
still in this
under
building
enemy
here.
control.
I feel like it
We
can
must
be
act.
moving up. Did it just... Oh my god, it's firing from there? Wow! I also didn't notice this path here. Was this a new addition?
300 points remaining. Say again. 300 points remaining.
Mortar dislodging the MG42. As I say, the utility of a mortar, I think you're just always going to have it in a 2v2. I feel that way in a 1v1, but in a 2v2, I cannot see myself never not getting a mortar. MG42 getting caught out of position. SKENG bringing in the captain as well as a rifle squad. Artillery officer
We have only 250 points
using his
remaining.
binoculars to see like 5 meters in front of him. Get this guy some glasses. Trying to drop the artillery, of course. We do have an AT gun out here as well. But the M1 and 6-pounder just, they don't really have any targets. It's going to be very tricky to get the Verling. Nobody puts their Verling in range of AT guns. They do it accidentally. But if you spot the AT guns, it's very easy just to stay pretty far away. So one of the nerfs was that the barrage now needs line of sight. Well, that's a good one. It should have worked that way anyway. Fuel point. Now back in the hands of the Axis. Not for long, though.
We're losing grasp of a victory point.
This flak Verling needs vision. And there is infantry in the area that could be holding heavy cover. Is that... Is there a reason why they're not?
We have lost control of a victory point. Leichtes Infanterie
Can't see a reason. Like, I'd really try and understand the player thought process at times. Well, we got Guastatori out here. Sometimes I feel like I'm the stupid one. Infantry support weapon coming into play. Nice to see you. I've not seen one be effective tonight. Grenades away. Infantry sections unharmed. Panzer Grenadiers massively outnumbered. You got to match them 1 for 1 at least. Now the Guastatori can fire on the move just like Rangers. Another unit that I think has received some complaints. Honestly, I don't think it's the problem is not firing on the move. The problem is flamethrowers at times, I feel. Oh, whoa! That's why you don't ball up your infantry. This ain't no StarCraft. A lot of pain and suffering for everyone at the moment.
Our forces are down to 200 points. 3 command points are available.
SKENG has some Rangers on the field. Oh, we lost a 250 there. Almost crashing into the infantry support weapon. Oh, we lose the infantry support weapon to a mortar. That is a big mortar. Seems like the Axis are kind of struggling at the moment. They are slightly falling back. JumpyWizard getting stuck into the center. Does manage to force a bunch of infantry to retreat just by their sheer presence, apparently. But they're coastals.
We shall double our defensive efforts.
2 coastal squads. Or 1 coastal squad and an artillery officer, actually. That's even worse. Nonetheless, seems to be working somehow. This is not the kind of crack squad of assault infantry I would suspect to kind of be making ground and headway. And yet here we are. Humber is here. This is what we want to see. Cruise shock. It shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, focus the nice expensive artillery officer. I mean, that's all it took. That's all it took. Humber away. The coastals do manage to get out.
Victory point under enemy control.
Guastatori finding these AT guns. That should allow the Flak Verling some room to breathe. It hasn't noticed, or it doesn't want to fight against the Humber. Now, I thought the Flak Verling can actually damage the Humber. Unless that changed.
Our territory is in enemy hands.
Like, they are just armored cars. They don't do too well against... Oh my god, that was a great shot. Double shot, in fact. Now the Flak Verling can get in there. Now the Flak Verling can get in there. Go, go. No, it's driving further away. Damn, it's like so good for it. We only have that 180 gun to worry about. But it can fire from back here. It's fire on both sides. So many flamethrowers. Loving the flamethrowers, apparently, everyone. And like I said, like I think it is a flamethrower problem. I think the flamethrowers just do maybe too much damage. In Company of Heroes 1, flamethrowers were kind of like the thing of... They do a lot more damage to things in cover or in buildings. So you wouldn't necessarily want flamethrowers if your enemy wasn't doing that a lot.
We're losing grasp of a victory point.
In Company of Heroes 3, though, I feel like flamethrowers are just kind of... If you don't have any upgrades for your pioneers or engineers or sappers, then you should just get flamethrowers.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Because it massively ups the damage. So maybe that's something that could change, and maybe people would be a bit happier with Rangers and Guastatori, because it is when they get flamethrowers that is the main problem.
batteries are on standby to fire on threatened sectors.
Okie dokie. And thanks for that. I wish we could turn off the chatter at times. Because, you know, you always have to spectate someone, so we are currently on pipiku. So we always hear the officer of them screaming about, like, abilities and stuff like that. That's the 4 on the field. Hello, JumpyWizard. I'm trying to drink my tea before it goes too cold. Nom, nom, nom. And the infantry support weapon got recrewed.
All batteries,
Oh, God.
Command barrage.
Where is the barrage hit? It's down here.
Victory point under enemy control.
Just on a sapper squad. It seems like a bit overkill. 3 rifles, 1 palm gram. Slightly slow response.
Commander, we have command points available to us.
Could be taking cover here. Every cover helps. A lot of cover around.
A Panzergrenadier squad
Just gonna play the numbers game? You know, I got more soldiers, so I don't need to take cover. Works, it works. It's not optimal, but it works. Oh, this is more like it. This is where I want to see artillery landing.
Enemy forces have captured the victory point.
So the thing that could make this air burst better is if the allies were attacking
Italian engineers
at the same
are
time.
eager
Because
for
obviously,
order,
look, they moved back. They forced a response. But there's no allies here. So that artillery didn't kill anything. And now these can just move back forward. Always time your abilities with some kind of other attack. Don't just use your abilities to try and kill. Killing is not the focus in Company of Heroes. In Company of Heroes 2, that is actually true. Killing is kind of a focus in Company of Heroes 2, and it's why I prefer Company of Heroes 1 over 2. In Company of Heroes 3, it's kind of the same deal as the first one. Like, killing is not the goal. Killing can help you achieve the goal, but really you're just trying to force the enemy back and displace them. You take ground, you hold territory, you get the victory points, you win the game. That's why the victory points exist.
We have infantry available.
And I know that was like kind of a... maybe a... well, this game is better than that game. It wasn't. My point is being... use your abilities in conjunction with something else, and you will get far better results. If you focus on taking territory and advancing and conquering sectors over just killing, you might find more success in Company of Heroes 3.
We are losing grasp of a victory point.
Sometimes when you chase kills, you lose vehicles, you lose tanks, units, mementos, your Queen Bobblehead action figure. All go down the drain just like that because you're chasing kills.
Confirmed. We have 5 command points available.
Now let's drink the last of my tea.
The fuel point is being taken from us.
Brilliant. Delicious. The infantry support weapon. Trying to hold the +10 fuel point. It's not going to succeed at that. I do believe that the Matilda has been spotted. Checking in with Maxiboi and Pipiku. I like the name, Pipiku. Not too many infantry squads out here for Pipiku, though. What little there is here on our screen, and they are going to charge forward, supported by a Pak 38, which is hitting the Matilda. The Matilda does back away from it. Not far enough, though. Decent damage. We got another infantry assault. Column formation. 3 columns. Let's see how Pipiku can handle this one. Meanwhile, there is a massive attack going up on this side of the map that I'd also like to see, but it seems to have cleared up. SKENG is being forced back. So back down here. That is a hell of a blob for the infantry support weapon to hit. Who's going to stop this? Oh, that was a lot of flamethrowers. You don't usually see this from the infantry assault, but they are beautifully spread out. It's not going to matter, though. They are being put in a toaster and then just forgotten about. And I hate it when that happens. I burn my toast so much. I need a new toaster. Subscribe now. Wow, that was a lot of veterancy fed in there. Nice to see. Matilda finding yet another AT gun. It seems to be good at doing that. How many rifles does it take to defeat a Guastatori behind one single sandbag? Actually, I know who I should ask. Hey Jenkins, how many infantry sections does it take to defeat one Guastatori squad behind a single sandbag? It sounds like a joke. And I'm just wondering what Jenkins will say to that. Not looking good for pipiku, though.
Well, Inuki, that my lad is a tricky pickle. Considering these Gloucester Tory boys are as stubborn as a mule behind that sandbag, I'd wager you'd need at least 2 infantry sections. No precise science to it, you see. Each section packs a punch with 5 blokes, but the Gloucester Tories are as tough as old boots. And mind you, they have a knack for hunkering down and giving you the runaround. It's not unlike our queen wrestling a pair of angry badgers. The spectacle is something to behold.
Well, there you go. Bloody Gloucester Tory. Oh, coastals? With a bazooka that hits their own wall? Yeah, for some reason, bazookas hit their own cover. We don't know why. It is the frustration thing in the Discord at the moment. It's all I ever see. My god, Rangers versus Coastals. It is a bloodbath. Look at this. Rangers with a 105 backing it up with freaking airburst barrage. It looks so cool and cinematic. Oh, flame out of nowhere from a building. Terrifying. The Rangers do want to retreat. They're losing 1 squad member. Straight in front of a bunker. Second one goes down, but hey, 2 Rangers lost there. Not too bad. So this area is so cool to battle over. We got 2 Panzer IVs. There's a sneaky AT gun somewhere. There it is. It's not that sneaky. It's getting some good shots off though. 2 hits. 2 shots, 2 hits. Not gonna get a 3rd one. Infantry assault happening over. Oh no! Honestly, I thought they would be murdered a lot faster. This guy, he seems like a happy chap. He's single-handedly routed the whole Axis force. Look how they run in fear of him. He can't be killed by artillery fire. Jenkins, I just watched about 40 US soldiers get artilleried, and only 1 of them survived and then forced the whole Axis force. It was like 2 Panzer IVs, a whole maybe like 30 Axis infantry back. It was incredible to see. Never seen anything like it. The Panzer IVs now back in action. They see the 105. That's just one. We got a pack gun as well.
Well, slap me sideways and call me a Lancaster, Inuki.
Oh, I
that
will.
That certainly sounds like a blinder of a spectacle. Just when you think the Yanks are a goner, one plucky bloke turns the tables.
So
2
plucky.
Panzer IVs and 30-odd Axis infantry, soundly repelled by a single Yankee Doodle dandy. Blimey, it's like watching Our Majesty build a Spitfire out of a box of bric-a-brac. Never underestimate the underdog, I always say. The war's chock full of such tales of daring do, and it's heartening to hear another one. By George, I cannot wait for what's next.
By George! Well, all the action is on this side of the map, and we have... Again, I've just never seen an artillery officer and coastals used in this manner. It doesn't make sense.
We have 75 points remaining.
And yet... it's happening. Oh god, artillery officer. They're not going to make it out. Dies on the bridge. Yeah, they are not... Coastals are not an aggressive force. Not like an assault squad of many squads. Oh god, they're just getting artillery again. It just keeps happening. Oh! It's just so brutal. There's a tiger here. We're getting some counter-artillery as well. I'll make for a good clip. So I think this is like one of the lower rank games that we're watching, and yet it is just full of incredible spectacle moments. And I think this is something that I kind of typically lose in traditional RTS games. Like, I lose out on that because... take Age of Empires 4, for example. I love Age of Empires 4. What is going on here? Ooh. But if you're playing lower rank Age of Empires, you don't usually get, you know, in a 1v1 setting, those massive spectacles. You're gonna have to watch like really high level games and hope that it's just kind of a close one, and then you get something really epic going, and it's fantastic. Like, it's awesome. Then I love it. But with Company of Heroes, and the thing that I really want to sell to like new players is that even at low rank play, you can get awesome epic cinematic moments that deliver and leave you satisfied even if you lose. Panzer IVs getting around the side of the Matilda. What is going on? Why are we throwing tanks? It was a gamble. And I think it was a very high-risk gamble. Are we just going to try and go for a base kill? Maxiboi. I know you want the game to end sooner. That was a lot of losses. If we take a look at the tactile map, we'll swing the camera back round to its neutral position. Maxiboi did lose a lot there. They still have their tank, which is just sneaking around here, but that has caused the Axis, both JumpyWizard and pipiku, to gain a little bit more confidence to try and capture some ground. It is 267 tickets for the Allies, but only 59 for the Axis. But there's a chance now for the Axis. I feel they could do something with this. If only these Panzer IVs knew where this Grant was. Got an AT gun working on it, but nice positioning there from Maxiboi. Finishes off the bunker. Yeah, it's not too bad though. That bunker was around for like 20 plus minutes. Panzer IV, new Panzer IV on the field. The other ones are getting repaired. Raj on the central victory point. Keeps it in the hands of the Axis. Flag Verling has stayed alive this entire game. Oh! Can't remember what it's called, that with cannon. Ooh, cannon.
They have done it.
Interesting place to build it, though. Or, you know, put it down. Where is it firing, though? All the way back here? No, I cannot see where it is aiming. Aim somewhere more where I can see where you're shooting. Maxi boy back in with the grand flanks.
Canona 105 and crew destroyed.
Oh, and they get the crew destroyed. Looks like counter artillery.
Down, standby. They request order.
Flak Verling seems to be blinding the ground, I think. Gotta re-crew that. Oh, they tried to get out of there, I think.
Enemy count at
Oh, it does?
200 points.
The cannon has auto fire. That's sweet. I didn't know that. That is a good change. I can see them when they introduced the howitzer auto fire. They thought, oh well, we'll go back and we'll add it to this as well. I think that was a good change. If only just because it's more fun, and I think we should prioritize like things being fun to use and then balancing out. And things like that can be balanced out just numerically speaking.
Utility vehicle as requested.
Okay, let's see what JumpyWizard's got in store for us. JumpyWizard has had some interesting attacks so far. They do hold on to this victory point. It's a triple cap, and it's just what they need as well. Triple cap is going to shred those tickets of the Allies off. As I say, maybe losing all those tanks early in Maxi Boy wasn't a great plan. Or maybe it was part of some kind of greater plan. I guess we'll find out. For now, though, we're not going to build any sandbags. We're not going to build any defenses. We're not going to build anything. We're just going to sit here and stare at the victory point. Rifles move on to the point. They're going to get a nasty surprise. I guess so the Axis infantry, because of the 105, and then the 105 is going to get a nasty surprise. God, it's like chess. It is literally chess.
Enemy down to 100 points.
The Panzer IIIs are going to chase this one. Oh my god, and there's 4 of them. I don't think this 105 escapes this hell. It's going to take some heck of a good micro. Yeah.
A victory point is being taken from us.
There is another 105, but there's no way that it could survive. It rhymes. So it's good. It's good.
75 points remain.
The Panzer IVs are just going to continue, and I think probably they really should. I mean, 4 Panzer IVs, 3 Panzer IVs. They just needed to look out for the AT guns, I feel. The rest they could deal with. But they didn't need to put themselves in front of the AT guns. And they definitely saw the AT guns because there was infantry in front. It was a perfect execution of combined arms. .105 just singing a shot into the building with the Panzer Grenadiers there. Will they lose the squad? Oh, it's close. Maybe one more model. Very lucky. We still have this Tiger back here, by the way. Vet 2 now. We saw Tiger tanks just being parked outside of victory points before, and it definitely worked. The Allies struggling to mount some kind of tool to deal with all the Axis army. The cannon has moved. Seems to be firing. There it is. On the 105.
10 points remain. Take them.
Oh no, is it 155 or 105? It's 155, I think. It make explosion. It give victory to the Axis. My god.
Hey, Vivi here. I edit and upload the videos here on Ironcast. If you want to see Inuki cast more, then like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, come along to the Discord, do anything to let them know. Inuki would love to cast more if you'd like to see more.